think you're a good candidate for this position?
I feel like I would be a good fit for this position. I have worked for the state for 11 years. I worked at a hospital doing a lot of charting and filing, so I feel like that brings some knowledge to this. After that, I went into an office assistant 3 position, which gave us a lot of experience sorting and scanning in the documents through our iLinks program. Then we would process them by indexing them into the ACES Online. That gives me a lot of computer experience. I have worked as a receptionist answering multi-line phone calls and directing them to the worker, and then dealing with customer service, with clients' requests or deliveries or installations.
What previous experience have you had as an office assistant?
I worked for the Department of Social and Health Services for the last 3 years. This gives me a lot of experience dealing with clients, assisting them with whatever they need, whether they want copies of their documents back. We have to be very detail-oriented by making sure the document gets coded correctly and into the correct client's account.
Are you a reliable employee?
I am very reliable, I feel. I just don't want to let my teammates down. I'm a team player, and I don't want them to feel like they can't come to me whenever they need something, or I don't want them to feel like they have to pick up my slack because I'm not there to do my job.
What would you say are 2 of your top qualities?
I am very organized. I feel like at work everything needs to have its place. That way things don't get missed. And like I said, I don't like having any mistakes made. I'm a little OCD. I know that's probably not the best thing, but it's just a little bit. So it helps keep everything accurate, which is another quality I think I have. I pride myself in reaching that 100% every month when we have our reviews. And when I get anything below that, I don't feel that I did what I needed to do, what I was hired to do, and that's to be 100%.
What would people say are your worst 2 qualities?
Probably my anxiety when having to talk in front of a group or a meeting, or having to give a presentation. But I get over it. I have to kind of talk myself up so that I can get things across without stumbling on my words or hoping that I make sense when I'm talking in front of everybody. My second one is I'm a little timid. I'm pretty shy up front, but when I get to know you and I get to know how you work, I relax and become more myself. And then I've been told that I'm pretty approachable. So just getting over that hump is a bad quality that I feel that I have.
What office equipment are you familiar with?
Right now I'm working with a double screen computer, which I think was great because I have never gotten the chance to do that, and I think it's amazing. We do work with iLinks, which has scanners, which scans all our documents in usually about 150 docs per hour. We have photocopiers, fax machines, multi-line phone lines. Um, about all I can think of for that right now.
What types of programs are you familiar with?
I've worked with Windows all the way back to the very beginning. I worked with Windows 10 lately. Excel, PowerPoint, ACES Online, Barcode, iLinks, and Word are some of the main programs that I've worked with.
What interests you about our company?
Continuing to work for Washington State and to get the chance to work in Olympia at the state capitol would be so exciting to me. Just the whole system over there, getting to know the ins and outs of our state and how things are run over there. I think I would gain a lot of knowledge, and I love that I'll be able to have a hand in helping with our environment.
What is your biggest accomplishment to date?
Going back to school. I am just so proud of myself for being able to stick through this program and work towards goals that I've had since coming out of high school. 5 kids later and over 22 years, and I'm finally going to graduate.
Can you tell me about a time when you had to deal with conflict in a work situation?
Recently, we had a conflict situation where people were not being held accountable for poor work, and the people who were doing amazing work were not being shown, that they were held to any higher standards. There was no reward. There was nothing. So if you did poor, you didn't hear anything. If you did great, you didn't hear anything. So people are now wondering, okay, so why am I working my tail off and trying to be, 100% when people just don't do anything? This was brought to the management team where we heard that there wasn't enough people complaining for this situation to be addressed. So the staff decided to try and build up this committee, which was approved by the administration, to come together and find ways to make people accountable, to maybe show some reward or recognition for a job well done. And this way, it made people want to work and want to do well. With this getting off the ground, it has raised the morale in the office that something is actually being done. And I feel like I, was a big part of that, trying to help assemble this committee.